The Hubble Space Telescope, the Large Hadron Collider, Weston-super-Mare's best-kept toilet. These are all iconic symbols of mankind's greatest achievements. But there is one other, more impressive, more majestic, and more cheaper. Tonight, we bring you the Total Wipeout Awards. The Total Wipeout Awards. There you go. Welcome, one and all. Welcome, one and all. Is it finished? Welcome, one and all, to the Total Wipeout Awards 2011. Like the Oscars, the Golden Globes, the BAFTAs, and the DVLA. These awards have become a great British institution. No expense has been spared. There's the red carpet tile. Fireworks are on standby. And I even have a golden envelope. It's going to be a special night. Just look at what's coming up.
Now I know how to get down on the floor. Experience that moves you can't ignore. But something about this beat that's got me hooked. Come over here and take a closer look. 'Cause I can't get enough. I can't get enough. I can't stay on the ground. Whoa, I can't get enough. I can't get enough. This is taking me now. It's taking me higher, higher, higher off the ground. It's taking me higher, higher.
Wow, it is amazing what you can fit into an hour of TV. Time for the first award, the winner of which will be taking home one of these beauties. But they'll also be taking home a belt. That's because our first prestigious award is for taking one in the subbeltular area. You know, the sensitive zone. Granted, it probably hurt, but it'll all be worth it when you see the belt. Wow, that is totally worth getting hit in the sensitive zone for.
The below the belt belt. Fifth.
In fifth place, it's Silly Hat Sarah, who thought her silly hat would save her. It didn't. Maybe if she'd worn some silly but steel-lined shorts instead.
Fourth.
Monkey Man Ooh Dave took one for all the bankers out there. The credit risk analyst assessed his chances of crossing mushroom madness. He took a risk. And that was subprime.
I love this new game.
Yeah, he definitely got a bum deal there.
Third.
Third place goes to Josh from Kent, who had a little bit of trouble with the dangleberries. Yeah, I said dangleberries. Oh, that was most definitely below the belt. And so was that. Yeah, and that.
It's gone all squeaky as well, hasn't it?
Just a little bit. You know, I'll be alright, I'll get through it.
But you made it, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Second.
In second place, and just missing out on the belt, is Scotsman Rob Roy. Now, can anyone guess what happened to Roy on the sucker punch? Yeah, I felt that.
Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low.
Oh, right in the bagpipes. I don't think Roy will be doing any Highland games for a while.
Winner.
But the winner of the Total Wipeout Below the Belt is Shabba and his homies. He got his award for multiple below the belt hits. There was one on the sucker punch. Ow! A few on Crash Mountain. And a cheeky below the belt belter on Mushroom Madness. Oh, that was unlucky and painful. But congratulations, Shabba, that belt is on its way to you now, unless it gets lost in the post. The unforgettable Shabba and his homies wins the first Total Wipeout award.
This course might have wiped me out, but I'm still Mr. Loverman. Shabba.
Now, it's easy to think that all this show does is laugh at people hurting themselves. But that's not the case, as this next award proves. It's the Close But No Cigar Award, in recognition of those special contestants who so nearly made it. And what do you think the winner of the Close But No Cigar Award will win? That's right, no cigar! Seriously? Yeah, seriously.
The Close But No Cigar.
I get tired and upset. There's always something to cry about. When you're stuck in an angry crowd, you don't think what they say before they open their mouth. You gotta
One more time.
I don't care what the people make you say, what the people make you say about me.
Fifth.
In fifth place, it's Phil and his massive tie. The bus driver from Derbyshire very nearly made it across the first Traplonka. Oh! A spectacular nearly moment. Close, Phil, but no cigar.
Fourth.
It's 24-year-old veteran gymnast and wannabe stunt woman Jade from London.
She's got one sock on and one sock off.
Yeah, she has. It's a style thing. Jade, with one sock and no shoe, was only 5'2" and put in a fantastic performance on the qualifier. However, it was the last stunt jump that got her nil point. Here we go.
Third.
In third, maths teacher Sean from Manchester on the crazy keys. Here, Sean performed a miraculous recovery and then dropped like a sack of potatoes. I estimate the maths teacher still hasn't heard the end of this from his year 10s. Close but no cigar, Sean.
Second.
Second place goes to Whitewater Shana. She started so well, but ended just awfully. That rake only tips after Shana slips. Then it was just downhill from there, slowly and on her face.
Winner!
But the winner has to be Dashing Julian. The speedy wildlife vet from Cambridge beat everyone over the qualifier, despite doing this on the balls. Oh! Excruciatingly close, and probably just excruciating too. Never has a contestant come so close to beating the balls and gone face first into the foam. But it didn't stop there. Julian made it all the way to the wipeout zone. He made it all the way to the end of the wipeout zone. And then missed the button.
No!
Yes. That one simple slip lost him the £10,000 prize. You don't get much closer than that to winning no cigar. Dashing Julian takes home tonight's second award.
You fell off when you got to the very end.
I know, I was a bit gutted about falling off when I landed so well after the swing, but I like to alternate it, make it a little bit exciting, you know.
Well, it certainly did make it exciting, but still no cigar. Anyway, 3 awards down, plenty more to come. And the winner of the next award will receive this lifelike plastic-scented 9/10 scale houseplant replica. It really is a thing of beauty, but please keep it out of direct sunlight and away from naked flames and mammals. Why a houseplant? Well, this prize is, of course, for the finest faceplant. Is it going to be this literal for every award? It is. It's going to be a long night.
The finest faceplant. Plant.
First time ever I saw your face, I saw your face, your face, your face, your face.
5th.
Remember Catty Davina? Yeah, well, Davina took a tiny tumble on the rakes in the face. A bit like sprinting into a brick wall draped in red plastic.
4th.
In 4th, the man called Ivor, who was a bus driver and a massive fan of neon yellow.
So, what route will Ivor the driver be taking around the course today?
I'll be taking the straight route, all the way down the course, straight along the course, all the way.
Yeah, that was no lie. Ivor went straight down the ramp, straight over the catwalk sweeper, and straight into the podium. Really couldn't have timed that stumble worse. Right on the chinny chin chin.
3rd.
And so, 3rd place goes to Pretend Army Trudy. That's a pretend army exercise she's doing. Now, Trudy didn't get very far at all before doing that.
Faceplant!
Oh, yeah. That is one Bobby Dazzler of a faceplant. Officially.
2nd.
Sheepy Joe was a sheep wrangler from Rutland who tried to wrangle Amanda.
Wrestle this course like I wrestle my sheep!
Okay, the first half of the Super Duper Walk of Shame passed without incident. And then this happened. Ow! Shameful. You see what yeah. I'm dispensing with the no doubt highly anticipated sheep puns in favour of just saying, ow!
Winner!
But the winner is Leonard Lawrence, who used to be a butler to the Queen. 60-year-old Lawrence gave us a faceplant on the first catwalk sweeper, but that was just a warm-up. What Lawrence served us with next was monumental and a right royal mess. Congratulations to Leonard Lawrence. Top draw timing, sublime trajectory, spiffing height, wins the king of faceplants, a cheap plastic houseplant. Just keep it away from small animals, remember that. Some you win, some you lose, but only on this show can you win something for losing, or more specifically, getting lost in the mud. It's the award for Outstanding Contribution to Mud.
Outstanding Contribution to Mud.
It's America's sweetheart, Yankee Doodle David.
I've been told many times that I lack a filter between my brain and my mouth.
America.
In 1776, America won its independence. Today, America's going to win again.
America may have won its independence, but David failed to win his from the Sucker Punch mud pit for quite some time. David spent a staggering 878 days in the mud, which incidentally is longer than it took Christopher Columbus to sail to America back in the year 1490-something.
So David, dig deep.
Well, at least that's what it felt like for him. Incredible dedication and well worth a totally worthless award. He's a big guy with a big heart. Congratulations, Yankee Doodle David. That's not the only one of those I'll be awarding tonight. There might be one or two more. There are two more mud awards. But it's out of the frying pan and into the fire now for this next award. And by frying pan, I mean mud pit. And for fire, substitute getting really dizzy. Yep, you guessed it. Time for that old family favourite.
The Dizziest Dummy Award.
Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round. Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round.
Third.
In third, it's sort of Kel, who was adamant she could, well, I'm not sure really.
I've been through this course in my mind about 1,000 times, and Kelcan knows exactly what she's going to do.
You see, kept on saying she could. Well, one thing she couldn't do is walk in a straight line after a spin. Staggering. Literally. Kel's trajectory was decidedly unorthodox, possibly not helped by the fire hose.
Second.
In second, Slam Dunk James, the poetry-loving student from Chichester.
Plan A, jump high. Plan B, fall small. Plan C, laugh loud. And Plan D, live tall. Because in the end, it's total wipeout for us all.
That was prophetic. I said prophetic! Means good or something. All James had to do was make it over the turntable and onto the tippy table maze. Instead, he made it off the turntable and onto the crazy beams, which unfortunately was completely the wrong course.
Hello?
Yeah, that's right, James should have been doing the other course. What a dizzy dummy.
Winner!
But taking the number 1 spot is a very dizzy rat man called Kevin.
Kevin Masters!
Kevin's a pest controller, in case you're wondering what all that was about. But Kevin totally failed to exterminate the scourge of dizzy dummies discombobulating. Struggling with a button there.
Yes!
And while Andy crosses the finish line, Kevin struggles to stay upright back at the start. Then Tom finished. Yes! And still Kevin was struggling with the spinning in his head and the spinning in his stomach. James, done. Kevin, dizzy. Finally, Ian made it over.
Kevin's still trying so hard.
Poor Kev, one double dizzy loser, which tonight strangely also makes him a winner. Well done, Kevin. Now go and have a nice sit down.
Thanks very much.
I find the dizziness pretty difficult.
Yeah, it really took me out, that did, yeah. I couldn't cope with that. It took me a little while to focus myself.
Enough of the young bucks falling over. In the interests of equal opportunity broadcasting, it's about time we saw some of this great nation's more mature citizens getting similarly humbled by red foam and chipboard. Time for the worst wipeout by a senior citizen award. And before anyone thinks of complaining to the BBC, let's just remember they volunteered for this. And they're old, so they've probably forgotten what happened anyway.
Worst wipeout by a senior citizen.
Hey, I'm sorry about this.
Third.
That's Hard Nut Harry. He knows a thing or two.
I've never read a book in my life. I was no good at school, couldn't do anything.
Okay, maybe 3, tops. At 60, he had strength and wisdom on his side to tackle the big balls. Clearly hadn't read the Big Ball Guidebook either.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology.
Second goes to Granny McPhee, the Penzance-dwelling granny, aged 44. Granny McPhee's qualifier started well. Good pace approaching the heavy bag beam. Wow! Ow! A good wipeout's like a bad wine. Good legs but heavy on the nose and a watery finish.
Winner!
But who could possibly top that to take first?
You're 59 years of age, you're clearly extremely fit. Look at the gunboats on you. Do you think you're going to win here today?
He's retired. He's from Southampton. It's Adalat training. Things didn't go well from the off for Adalat, but the super duper walk of shame produced something super and duper. Oh my! Well, if you're going to fall off something, fall off it properly, like you mean it. Adalat, congratulations, old boy, on a sensational senior moment.
Trust me, it's very hard. Even young or old, it doesn't make a difference what age you are, but it's very tough course.
Sometimes in life you need a little bit of encouragement, a little nudge in the right direction. I'm doing it! And when it comes to the big balls, we have just a device to help the competitors on their way. Here is the award. For most motivating moment. If you do that again, seriously,
The Most Motivating Moment Award. Third.
In third place, it's Kelly-ish, who's Irish, in case you hadn't picked that up from what's happening. She lingered, wobbled, and then got catapulted forwards by the motivator. She didn't see that one coming.
I tell you I'm just upside down.
Second.
In second place, aspiring actor Darling D, who, being totally honest, wasn't the fastest on the qualifier. If anyone needed a little motivation to get a move on, it was D. Yes, come on. With all that dawdling, she's made it easy for the motivator. Though it took its time, it had all the time in the world. There was no need to rush. Pick its moment. Still, it was worth the wait. Fear, surprise, anguish, pain. Dee felt all of that in an instant.
Feel it in my fingers.
Unfortunately, though, the bit part actor won't get any fees for these repeats. Sorry.
Winner!
But the Most Motivating Moment Award goes to Under Par Joy. The occupational therapist from Derby should surely have foreseen the dangers of standing still at the top of the ramp. I mean, you would think. That's probably why she decided to sit down instead. An act of lunacy, which resulted in this. She's probably fine by now.
I just got to the top of that platform and looked at the balls and thought, I can't do this. And just turn around and next thing I'm on top of the first ball and into the water.
That's what happens when you have concussion. And so to the second of tonight's special awards, another instalment of the Outstanding Contribution to Mud Award, who will be joining Yankee Doodle David in the hallowed halls of fame. Can I have a drum roll, please? No, that's a jam roll. They don't even sound similar. Doesn't even... No, it's all right. I'll keep it. No point wasting good jam. Carry on.
Outstanding Contribution to Mud.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel.
It's the welcome return of Darling D.
Sun in the sky, you know how I feel.
Intent on grabbing her 15 minutes of fame, she pretended to be really bad at getting out of mud. Hang on. She wasn't pretending, was she? No, this is real. Dee spent longer in there than it takes most people to complete the entire qualifier. And Crash Mountain. And Dizzy Dummies. And possibly the Wipeout Zone. And go home. And tell everyone about what they did.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me.
But credit to Dee. She did eventually make it out by herself. At which exact point help finally arrived. Better late than never is the motto of the Total Wipeout lifeguards. Congratulations, Dee, for another outstanding contribution to mud. Being on Total Wipeout is a great test of strength, stamina, ability, agility and flexibility. Yep, I'm talking about this stall. Seriously. Why does it even need to be this high? And would it kill someone to get me a cushion? But it's not just tough for me. Oh no, the competitors have it pretty bad too. And in honour of their flexibility, here's the next award.
The Most Extraordinary Position Award. Fifth.
Underlay Peter showed us quite how small the human body can get on the big balls. Pocket-sized. And he's totally lost his head. I think he was a tortoise in a former life.
Fourth.
Just ahead of Peter is a microbiologist with phenomenal chest hair. That's not necessary. It's Chest Hair Charlie. Charlie found he could move in mysterious ways on the crazy keys. The Argentinians have a word for this position, ouch, which translated into English means, oh! Just check out those scissor legs. Good work.
Third.
58-year-old maths teacher Mohammed earned his nickname Scorpion King Mo after doing this. Yeah, just there, look, the scorpion tail. Amanda laughing with fear there. In a replay, you can see that it's Mo's automatic response to danger, trying to sting the letters with his muddy trainers. Deadly.
Second.
Then there was this delicate young lady who had dreams of marrying a prince. It's wannabe Princess Amy. With all the grace and style of a true royal, she managed to cross the balls elegantly, just like this.
That was a royal performance.
And an extraordinary position as her leg actually touched her head. If you're watching this, Prince Harry, and let's be honest, you probably are, there is your future wife.
Winner!
But the winner is Speedy Goncherry.
I'm going to be like Speedy Gonzales. Arriba, arriba, ándale, ándale.
Yeah, and like Speedy Gonzales, she was very animated. Oh! Just check out those splits. Great flexibility, just like Madonna in one of her videos. But her extraordinary moves didn't stop there. She showed us the full extent of human flexibility on the big balls. She also managed scorpion legs, but it's for bending her legs both forwards and backwards that we give her the award for the most extraordinary position. Congratulations, Speedy Goncherry.
I definitely showed off my perfect body. Yes, absolutely. You know, how many people out there could dander around that course like that in the style that I did?
Okay, so we've had a lot of fun laughing at people falling off things, laughing at people holding on to things, and laughing at people holding on to things and then falling off them. But every now and then, there is one person who we can't laugh at, someone who is so good that there's just nothing left to say. Some call these competitors amazing, others say they're incredible. I find them annoying. But regardless, here's the Special Recognition Award for Outstanding Achievement on the Total Wipeout course. There is only ever one winner of this award. Please be upstanding for the winner of the Special Recognition Award, Great Scott.
Great Scott Award.
And what qualified him for this award?
Records are meant to be broken! Come on!
And that's exactly what he did. Scott became the first person ever to break the minute barrier on the wipeout zone. And you can see why. From a quick start, he tore his way up the killer surf, avoiding the tidal wave. He made the seesaw look like a kiddie seesaw. And then there was the sweeper, which he sort of ignored, really. This guy was making Bruce Willis look like a pansy. Amanda swooned. The crowd cheered. Shabba looked embarrassed. Then it was time for the rope swing. Piece of cake. His jump was like a step, and a new record had been set in the blink of an eye. He had completed the wipeout zone in 58 seconds. Plus, he totally drenched Amanda. Another good reason for his Special Recognition Award. Congratulations to Great Scott. Now, the Total Wipeout course would not be complete without 4 big red obstacles. So give me a B, give me an I, give me a G, give me a B, Give me a U, give me an L. Gosh, I hadn't started this. Give me an L and give me an S. What's that spell? What do you mean, big balls? Well, how would you spell big balls? Oh, an A. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, here's a countdown of some of the greatest big ball moments. Yeah, I thought you.
Goodness gracious, Great Balls Award! You came along and you I've changed my mind. This love is not true. Great Balls Award!
10th.
Remember Wholemeal Mark? Well as being able to shout, he was and still is a baker's delivery driver. And he managed to cook up and deliver this little treat for us. Mark took a nasty turn on the balls. Well, about 3 or 4 nasty turns, in fact.
9th.
Then we had a true bona fide wag. Well, her bloke plays for Macclesfield, so she's kind of a wag. It's kind of wag Kerry.
Are you here to prove to anybody else that you can do it today?
My boyfriend. He thinks I can't. He thinks I'm a wimp and I'll never do it.
But Kerry wasn't a whip. Needing no motivation, Kerry took one giant leap for a wag. And one painful plummet for wag kind.
I wish I was back in Liverpool.
She then dropped a couple of leagues under the sea.
Where I was born.
8th.
This dancing man is Precision Ralph. He's German, so he took on the course in a highly efficient manner.
Now, Ralph, I hate to buy into stereotypes, but have you been out here since 6 a.m. this morning putting your towel down at the end of the qualifier?
To be fair, I was actually awake 5:45, just to make sure I really be prepared.
Come on! Come on, guys!
Oh yeah, very efficient. And here it is again. That really is a beauty, isn't it? A wonderful moment for our German neighbours.
7th.
In 7th place, it's Hatless Martin without his hat. Good job he didn't have a hat, because he did that. Hatless Martin there showing us a classic ball crossing. And when I say classic ball crossing, I mean classic piece of ball headbutting. Oh, in he goes.
6th.
Well, if it isn't my old friend Yankee Doodle David.
This is for everybody who plays American football, because you Brits don't know what real football is.
Oh my God, like gnarly?
What a drag it is.
He may have known how to play American football, but he had no idea how to play big red ball.
It means that much to me.
An exhausted David finally made it to the top of the ramp. What could possibly have gone wrong?
Lord.
The motivator strikes fear into the hearts of many.
Oh my God.
Lifelike is eating him.
If David thinks the sound is scary, he should try being hit by it. What a big ball moment. Splendid stuff. And after all of that, he made a perfect recovery.
Where's his head gone? He's lost his head.
I was analysing what I needed to do, and all of a sudden I heard a release, and I knew I didn't want to get hit from behind, so I just jumped and prayed for the best.
The top 5 greatest balls moments are still to come. Now, there are many unanswered questions when it comes to Total Wipeout, like why are they dressed like that? What possessed them to shout that? Why am I wearing animal slippers? See? Monkey. I guess we'll never truly know. But in the unflinching quest for answers, I give you the What Were You Thinking Award. Here are the nominations.
The What Were You Thinking Award.
There's her, him, her, him, her, him, her, him. Look, I'm going to stop this.
Ooh la la.
Sing along with us, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Da-da-da-da-da, yeah, we're happy. Da-da-da, dee-da-da-dee-da-da-da-da.
And the winner is all 156 people who took part in this series. In fact, it goes out to anyone who put their signature on an application form. To all of you, what were you thinking? But whatever you were thinking, on behalf of the BBC and Total Wipeout, we're glad you were thinking it. Now, time for the next award.
Biggest belly flop.
This is a belly.
Feels so good.
Also known as the stomach, the abdomen, the tummy. Oh yeah, they come in all shapes and sizes, have many uses, like absorbing kinetic energy, especially when falling into water. Scientifically known as the belly flop.
Third.
In third place, it's Trippy Faye. Nothing could have prepared her abdomen for this wallop on the big balls. Oh! You know how they say cats always land on their feet? I reckon Faye always lands on her belly. See how she rotates for a perfect belly landing.
Second.
Stephen, what is it that you do?
I'm a lifeguard and swimming instructor.
Lifeguard Stephen treated us to his Baywatch-esque running.
Oh, I hope his swimming's better than his running.
He may not be able to run, but he is a champion belly flopper. Magnificent. Lifeguard Stephen there showing us all of his lifeguarding skills. Terrific belly flop. His betting the Hoff can't do that.
Just trying to think, don't drown, and am I bleeding, quite frankly.
Winner!
But the Total Wipeout biggest belly flop trophy goes to this lady. It's May Fiona be with you.
Aliens exist. I'm absolutely convinced that they exist because there's so much evidence. You've got pyramids all over the world. How could they do that without some form of aliens must have visited the planet at some point? It's really not... No, okay.
Unfortunately, aliens are one thing May Fiona be with you didn't discover.
This is going to be just like Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Instead, she discovered a whole new world of pain. With all that mud on her face, she became an unidentifiable flying object. And like all UFOs, she disappeared without a trace. Wow, what a backwash! Congratulations to May Fiona be with you.
Thank you very much.
That's a pleasure, really. But it's not all hilarious comedy belly flops. Total Wipeout is a serious sports competition, and people will do anything to win. Like this. Butler, master of ceremonies, suavely pulls Sibylla off Crash Mountain. And who could forget dashing Julian, heroically clambering over Dillip to become a Dizzy Dummies finisher. Such sportsmanship. Or not. And while I commend that behaviour because it's a really good way of winning, I'd also like to recognise those who put others before themselves. Those who demonstrate true sportsmanlike behaviour. Even if it is less funny to watch. It's the Really, Really Nice Award for being, well, really, really nice. Ooh, does this take long?
The Really, Really Nice Award.
And the winner of this Really, Really Nice Award is Personality Ruth, who helped pull Frankie Incredible through to the next round of Dizzy Dummies. So beautiful, so honourable, so touching. Sadly, however, Frankie didn't return the favour and ended up beating Personality Ruth in the next round.
That's what I call a chick helping a sister out.
Still, at least she picked up an award. Congratulations, Ruth. That's enough of people being nice. Let's get back to the good stuff. I've been looking forward to this. All clear on the floor. Good, here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's the Big Bang Award.
The Big Bang Award. Fifth.
In reverse order, Taking fifth is Prince Endebisi. This African prince made a right royal stuff-up of the keys. Oh! That is quite something. His Majesty has been dethroned by some hinged foam rubber planks. Ouch!
Fourth. You're not just blonde and bubbly and all smiles, really, are you?
I am, yes. Unfortunately, I'm a girly girl. Love my lip gloss. Hate getting my hair wet. I'm just girly. It's gonna be a bumpy ride! Woo!
She wasn't wrong there. In fourth place, it's Airhead Charlotte, the 20-year-old air stewardess from Derby. It all started quite sedately on Crash Mountain until Charlotte tried to stand up. A knock to the head and a massive knock to the ribs. Charlotte's used to being airborne, but not as abruptly as this. The air stewardess suffering a little turbulence there. Now you see her, now you don't.
I think I'd rather crash in an aeroplane. That was painful.
Third.
Representing Australia, it's Cam Guru. Australians are, on the whole, pretty sporty, so Cam was a favourite to get through the swinging letters of Sher. But instead, Cam did this.
You come from a London.
Flaming Goliath.
It's pronounced Galah, Amanda. So you know. Oh, by the way, ow.
Second.
Runner-up is football-playing centre-back Laura, who might be used to getting a few knocks on the pitch. But she wasn't prepared for that. Wow. That really is one big bang.
Winner!
But in first place is Jiggity Biggity Ali, who eats imaginary kebabs to build his guns up. Why, I don't know. Didn't seem to help him out in Crash Mountain, though.
Jiggity Biggity's on.
Before he could even digest, he was given a right old winding from that giant spoon.
Oh, Jiggity Biggity bash!
Had the halloumi knocked right out of him. A full 360-degree human spin and crash. Big bang. Should have eaten the porridge instead. Congratulations, Jiggity Biggity Ali.
It was like more jiggity biggity smack and then splash. It was actually.
Okay, time for me to admit something. You know when I do that thing where I talk off to the side? Like this? Well, there's nobody there. There's nobody anywhere. I'm actually completely alone in here. Look, the only other thing here is Mr. Mophead. That's who I keep talking to. Don't I, Mr. Mophead? You're so right. He always cheers me up. Anyway, on with the awards. Here's the third and final winner of the Outstanding Contribution to Mud thing. Yay!
Outstanding Contribution to Mud.
Remember, may Fiona be with you. Well, she's back and muddy. She's going boldly where no one's ever gone before, seeking out new worlds. But all she found was a mouthful of mud. And this. It's a rope. Yep. Yeah, that's a rope, Fiona.
The mud tastes dreadful. Do not go into it. It's horrible.
Congratulations, Fiona, on a second award. Now, this next award is for those spatially challenged competitors, those whose runs are marred by unfortunate accidents. Basically, the clumsy people. Poor guys. I feel for them. I don't suffer from clumsiness at all, and just to prove it, whilst you're watching this next award, I'm off to have a run with these scissors. It's the Humpty Dumpty Award.
The Humpty Dumpty Award. 5th.
In 5th place, it's Sunny Side Up. He might have tackled the qualifier, but it was the stairs to the finish that finally finished him. What a great Humpty Dumpty.
Oh, it's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It was incredibly bad.
Oh yeah, those stairs can be incredibly tough.
4th.
In 4th place is Smoking Joe from Cheltenham.
Fire! Fire! I don't think this is called!
As a firefighter and part-time window cleaner, you'd think she'd be handy with ladders. She wasn't. What a Humpty Dumpty.
3rd.
Underlay Pete was the first ever contestant to be flummoxed by the Velcro on the swing thing. Humpty Dumpty had a great splash.
2nd.
In at 2, it's Trippy Faye, so called for 2 reasons. She displayed a tendency to trip quite a lot, and she had Faye written on her bottom.
Oh!
A name to remember, a performance to forget. Another Humpty Dumpty. Sorry.
You kind of fell off at a little bit of everything, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought that as I went round. I've not done very well on anything so far, but I tried.
Winner!
But the clumsiest Humpty Dumpty by far was this man.
There you go. And?
Not for doing that. That was actually quite impressive. Unfortunately, this ferocious Tinku warrior dancer wasn't as smooth when crossing the swinging letters of sh. Made it past the S. Oh, took a few knocks and then went for the big finish. And missed!
I mean, technically, it's not an obstacle.
Manny overshot the end, bounced down the steps and landed in the water. This Humpty Dumpty definitely had a big fall. Congratulations, Manny.
That was very Tinku Warrior-likey. Very much indeed.
I think my instinct took over me, but I'm happy. I'm very happy.
So am I, and so is Mr. Mophead, aren't you? There he is. Now it's the time you've all been waiting for. Is it the end already? No? It's not the end. Apparently it's time for something even better. It's the award I get to pick. And not only does the winner get the trophy, they also get awarded a unique Hammond hamper. There's some Hammond jam there, can of Hammond ham, homegrown Hammond yam, and what's that? That's a Hammond... It doesn't rhyme. It's just a mug with my face on it. So who is the lucky recipient?
The Hammond Hero Award. The winner!
I love this guy, Chris the Beaver, the assistant beaver leader.
As a scout, I'm always prepared, but is this course prepared for me?
Nobody was prepared for you, Chris. Oh, yeah. Chris didn't earn any badges on the heavy bag beams. No. He got punched right in the gingangoolies on the sucker punch. And lost his woggle on the big balls. But Chris the Beaver came good on the big swingy thing. After all, why else would he be winning this award? Oh no, he fell off that too. But despite falling off every obstacle, Chris did his best. He did his duty. He scraped through to the next round and helped an old lady across Crash Mountain. Well, no, he didn't do that last thing, really. Made it up. But what a great achievement. What a great guy. What a great beaver. And he wins this award because he is my hero. Congratulations, Chris the Beaver. Well deserved.
Just be prepared, work hard, and then maybe sometime in the future you can do this too.
That very special hamper is on its way to you, Chris. Really, it is. We're legally obliged. Once we've said you've won it, we've got to send that. That'll have gone off. Hey-ho, enjoy. Now, earlier on in the show, you saw the bottom 5 of the Top 10 Goodness Gracious Great Balls Award, which recognises contestants who've gone above and beyond, and behind and under and kind of either side of the big balls. Well, hold on to your hats, because you're in for a treat. Here comes the inevitable Top 5.
5th.
In 5th place, it's DJ Tread. He may have looked a bit girly, but he was no big girl's blouse when it came to the big balls. Oh, spectacular wipeout.
I think you just scratched the deck.
Here's a quick extended remix of Dainty Tread's wipeout there. Awesome stuff. Worthy 5th place.
4th.
4th place goes to Slam Dunk James, another familiar face, having come 2nd in the Dizziest Dummies Award. But what was his approach to the balls?
Well?
Unique, to say the least.
He was like a clown.
Yep, full of poise, promise and mirth, in just the right proportions. On to the big guns now. The top 3.
I think it's okay to fail. You know, people think it's not okay to fail, but it is.
This 30-year-old Glaswegian's nickname was Motormouth Pete.
Feared of failure because they don't want to try something else. Even though they might meet somebody new, they might succeed, they might build confidence, they might fail.
Oh, I can't for the life of me remember why.
Yeah, just get out there and do it. Opportunities come up. Went to Canada.
Maybe it was because he motored over the big balls.
Just do things.
No, that wasn't it.
You might not get a chance to do them again.
Motormouth Pete gave himself a good run-up and then a spectacular misfire. Great stuff there from Motormouth Pete.
2nd.
Now, remember Personality Ruth, who helped Frankie on the Dizzy Dummies? Well, she also did this on the big red balls. 1, 2, mid-air flip, 3 and 4.
Hang on!
Let me just repeat that. Mid-air flip and fall. Yeah, fall turned into bad luck. Extraordinary acrobatics from Personality Ruth there. We have rarely seen that on the big balls. Came within spitting distance of greatness, but then got a mouthful of bog water.
Winner!
But the winner of the Goodness Gracious Great Balls Award is this lady. Ladybug lover, creepy crawly Rachel.
Ladybugs pee on you?
They can, but that's not important right now. Rachel avoided the motivator.
That's it, like a little ladybug.
She made it to the 2nd ball. Things were going well for Rachel. She made it onto the 3rd ball. You know what happened next? She made it onto the 4th ball. What could possibly go wrong? That.
Stuck on.
She's gonna bend in half.
That has literally never happened before. Ever.
Guess I'm on.
A true big ball pioneer. Well done, Rachel.
Couldn't get to the end, just that last ball. I was stuck there like this, and I was like trying, but no, it was never going to happen. I'm afraid it's just anywhere but down. That's the only way down.
This show's not all about gallant failure. Oh no, there are those rare moments when contestants actually succeed, be it through training, judgment, or more often than not, some sort of fluke. But nowhere is the triumphant can-do spirit more evident than on the big red balls. Anyone who manages to cross those is the real winner. Ball crossers, I salute you. I'm not going to actually salute you.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Chicken leg Liam. There was nothing chicken about this effort.
That's it, Liam. Hang on. You're nearly there.
Katie, who I was scared of, not so scared of the big balls. Then there was modest Mikey. Nothing modest about that. That's just showing off. But showing off very well. Frankie looked like she was in trouble on the 3rd ball, but she wasn't. That's why she's incredible. Frankie incredible. Nanny McFit had a spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down. I don't know what that means, but she did it, whatever that is, and she crossed. Great Scott? Well, Great Scott. We've already seen how this guy breaks records. He also broke the big red balls. Slam Dunk James returned in the final and this time proved he was no clown. Fantastic technique. Remember Fran? Well, look at this. That's why she's fantastic. And who could forget Wiggly Wiggly Andy? He surprised us with his first ball crossing, but we didn't expect this. He returned in the series finale, did it again.
Andy, it's going on for dear life.
The only person ever to cross the big balls twice. Yeah, so we'll do him a favour and just forget about that bit. Yeah, sorry. Now it's time for the big one. It's the prestigious Best Total Wipeout Presenter Award. Got hopeful about this one. Right, the nominees are Richard Hammond, big fella, Amanda Byron, Mr. Mophead, and Hugh Edwards. What's he doing? Maybe I missed that episode. Well, here goes. Fingers crossed. And the winner is, drum roll please. No? It's Mr. Mophead! Oh, congratulations. You really deserve it. You want to say a few words? Okay. Oh, that is the most beautiful thing anyone has ever said. So for this series from Amanda, me, and the award-winning Mop, it's goodbye.
Some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, that grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh, smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. Come on, Brian, cheer up. Always look on the right side of life.
We're much more sure-footed next on BBC One. It's So You Think You Can Dance. Then Nick Knowles is the man with a secret fortune, and it could be yours at 7:30.